Cosmetic tail docking is unethical and unnecessary for a dog's function. So why is it still legal? My name is Sarah Dawson, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. First, we'll go over the history of tail docking, and then we'll talk about why it's so controversial. I'll tell you why so many people are against tail docking and why you should be against cosmetic tail docking too. Tail docking is a procedure performed by veterinarians or breeders in which they cut off part of or all of a dog's tail. Tail docking can be dated all the way back to ancient Roman times. The people believed that cutting off the tip of the tail would prevent rabies. Fast forward to 1786 and a tax was being put on non-working dogs. By having a working dog's tail docked, you would be able to tell which dogs to tax and which ones to not. Later on, tail docking was still used because it was thought to help prevent tail injuries. A study done in 2010 in Great Britain found that a dog's risk of tail injury was only 0.2%. This means that over 500 dogs would have to get their tails docked in order to save one tail from being injured. This does not justify tail docking and why it's still legal. Another common reason for tail docking is hygiene. Some long-haired breeds, such as Old English sheepdogs, get their tails docked to prevent fecal matter from collecting near the base of the tail. By docking the tail, it makes it easier to clean up near the rear of the dog. But some long-haired breeds, such as collies, don't get their tails docked and with grooming can achieve the same level of hygiene. Tail docking has become a very controversial topic in recent years. This is because many people believe that tail docking is very painful for the puppies and think that it's unnecessary. Many dogs have to get their tails docked to look like the ideal dog in their breed and to participate in dog shows. For breeders, they must dock the tails of some breeds to get people to buy their dogs. Many people used to, and still do, believe that since the puppies are so young when they're getting their tails docked, that their nerves are underdeveloped and that they don't really feel all the pain. This is not the case. Anatomical studies have shown that not only do the puppies have fully developed nerves, but they might have more nerve endings than adult dogs. In 1996 in Queensland, 100 dog breeders were surveyed. 25% of them said that they thought that the puppies didn't feel any pain while getting their tails docked. In the same year, 50 Doberman, Rottweilers, and Bouviers were all examined while getting their tails docked. During the procedure, all the puppies cried out in pain. After half an hour, they were still whimpering, and after 138 minutes, they were able to quiet down. During that same day, the puppies were able to get back to sleep. This could show that the puppies do feel pain during the surgery, but maybe that the pain is short-lived. 168 breeders in northern Nigeria were surveyed to see what the most common problems were to arise after the tail docking procedure. As you can see from the chart, the most common problem to arise was infection. This is because a lot of inexperienced breeders will dock the tails of their dogs themselves, using unsterile tools in unsanitized environments. Other problems to arise include self-mutilation, increased aggression, and attack by other dogs. Tails are very important to a dog's function. They help them balance and they help them express themselves to both you, the human, and other dogs. They can tell you when they're feeling stressed or relaxed using the position in which they hold their tails. A lot of countries are taking notice about how tail docking is having a negative effect on the dogs. Some countries have even gone so far as to ban tail docking. Some countries including Ireland, Iceland, Austria, and Italy, and many, many others. Many countries and veterinarians believe that tail docking is unnecessary. In a survey of 100 veterinarians in Queensland, only 17% of them were in favor of tail docking. Both the American and Canadian Veterinary Medical Associations believe that tail docking for aesthetic purposes is unnecessary and not beneficial to the animal's health. Although tail docking came from a place of trying to prevent tail injuries and for hygiene, nowadays tail docking is really only for cosmetic purposes because the number of tail injuries is so low. Cosmetic tail docking is unethical. Dogs need their tails to express how they're feeling and for balance. Many problems can arise after the procedure is performed as well. In this photo are two boxers, one with tail docked and one without. Both dogs are perfect. The dog who had its tail docked would be perfectly happy with a full-length tail. There's no need to put the puppies through the mental stress of what is losing basically a limb just so that they're more aesthetically pleasing to humans. I want you to think about why us as people need to determine the length of a dog's tail. I implore you to help stop cosmetic tail docking.